Good evening to all of you. I myself, Dr. D.G. Shahane, Department of English, SMSMP Mahavidyalaya, Natipute. Today we are going to discuss the poem A Postcard from Kashmir. At the outset, I would like to give you some information about the poet Agha Shahid Ali. Agha Shahid Ali was born in New Delhi on February 4th, 1949. He grew up in Kashmir and was educated at the University of Kashmir, Srinagar, and later University of Delhi. He earned his PhD from Pennsylvania State University in 1984 and an MFA from the University of Arizona in 1985. Shahid moved to the United States in 1976. Agha Shahid Ali immortalized his homeland in his poetry. Shahid has transformed the nature of English poetry to accommodate his original and authentic attitude towards language and subject matter. As a diasporic writer, Kashmir haunts the poet's imagination, and Shahid resurrects a poetic image of the faraway homeland that characterizes the Kashmir of 1990s. The poetry collections of Agha Shahid Ali include the following names: Call Me Ismail Tonight, a book of ghazals. Next one, Rooms Are Never Finished. Third one, The Country Without a Post Office. Fourth one, The Beloved Witness. Fifth, A Nostalgic Map of America. And sixth one, The Half Inch Himalayas, etc. Shahid held teaching positions at the University of Delhi, in the Penn State, Princeton University, Hamilton College, Baruch College, University of Utah, and Warren Wilson College. Ali was noted as a poet uniquely able to blend multiple ethnic influences and ideas in both traditional forms and elegant free verse. His poetry reflects his Hindu, Muslim, and Western heritages. In contemporary poets, critic Bruce King remarked that Ali's poetry swirls around insecurity and obsessions, memory, death, history, family, ancestors, nostalgia for a past he never knew, dreams, Hindu ceremonies, friendships, and self consciousness about being a poet. Agha Shahid Ali died on December 8, 2011 because of brain cancer. Friends, this was the information about the life and work of Agha Shahid Ali. Thank you very much for listening this information, and now I would like to begin the exactly poem Postcard from Kashmir. I read firstly the whole poem and then I will give the summary of this present poem. Kashmir shrinks into my mailbox. My home a neat 4 by 6 inches. I always loved neatness. Now I hold the half-inch Himalayas in my hand. This is home, and this the closest I will ever be to home. When I return, the colors won't so brilliant, the Jhelum's water so clean, so ultramarine, my love so overexposed. And my memory will be a little out of focus in it. A giant negative, black and white, still undeveloped. So, this is the poem, and I will give you the summary of this present poem. In this present poem, Postcard from Kashmir, the speaker describes receiving a postcard from his native land, Kashmir, a region of the Indian subcontinent. In the opening two lines of the poem, the speaker indicates that the postcard contains a photograph of Kashmir, a place the speaker still considers his home. Apparently, he is very geographically distant from Kashmir, a fact that makes his use of the word home ironic. He may have been born in Kashmir and may have lived and may have lived there for much of his life. But now he is apparently living somewhere else, perhaps even in some Western country such as the United Kingdom or the United States. In any case, the speaker next mentions that he always loved neatness, a trait that emphasizes the irony that he can now hold the half-inch Himalayas in my hand. The massive mountain range has been reduced to a small tidy picture, which is surely not the kind of neatness the speaker truly desires. One of the most impressive aspects of his homeland has thus been shrunken and made to seem far less impressive and significant. Although the speaker holds the postcard, he has in more literal ways lost touch with the land he loves. Perhaps the most intriguing and puzzling lines of this present poem are such as, "This is home, and this the closest I will ever be to home." Now, a question occurs in our mind: does the speaker mean that Kashmir is home? If so, why does he say that this is the closest he will ever to be home? One might assume that he means that he is unable to return to Kashmir, and so the postcard must suffice as a poor substitute for an actual visit. In the very next phrase, however, the speaker seems to contemplate an inevitable return. Therefore, when he says this is home, does he mean the unnamed place where he currently resides, which seems a poor substitute for his actual home of Kashmir? The phrasing of lines 5 and 6 is not entirely clear and contributes an interesting ambiguity to the poem. The speaker assumes that when he does actually return to Kashmir, I mean in real life and not simply in his imagination, the real sight of the place will not live up neither to the picture of them presented in the postcard nor to the idealized memory of them in the speaker's mind. In the next stanza, I mean in the closing stanza, the speaker suggests that his memory of Kashmir is unreliable, and that Kashmir itself may be like a giant negative, black and white, still undeveloped. These lines and especially the last word are suggestive. They may imply that Kashmir is still in the process of development as a place, that it is at present still too polarized to live up either to the speaker's idealized memory of it or to the postcard's idealized presentation of its beauty. Friends, this is the information, I mean the summary of this present poem.